Hello everyone. Let's have a look towards the lubricants. So to know the lubricants, let's know what is friction. Now you know that when we rub any two surface, what will happen? There it will produce a friction. Means what? So in a way of a chemistry we say that when the surface of the moving or the sliding or the rolling parts they rub against each other. Due to that rubbing of one part against another, a resistance to their movement. A resistance means which hold it. That resistance is known as the friction. Now, what happens when there is a friction between the two surfaces? As everybody know, that it may cause the wear and tear of the surface of the moving part, and due to which the amount of energy is dissipated in the form of heat, that is a loss of heat takes place, due to which the efficiency of the machine is also less. Also we can say there is a loss of efficiency of the machine, means the life of the machine will be less. So here we have what is lubricant. Any substance which is introduced between the two moving or the sliding surface with a view to reduce the frictional resistance between them is known as lubricant. So what is lubricant? Here you can see these are the two parts, that is a moving parts. So what happen if we place a lubricant in between them? What will happen? It will reduce the friction between them. That lubricant, it reduces the friction between the two moving or the sliding surface. So that introduction of the new substance between, this is the introduction of the new substance between the two sliding surface, and which reduce the friction between them, it is known as the lubricant. The next is, what do you mean by lubrication then? The lubrication is nothing but it is the process of reducing the frictional resistance between the moving and the sliding surface by the introduction of the lubricant in between them is called as lubrication, as we have seen in the previous only. So when we introduce the lubricant between the two surface, moving surface, and which reduce the resistance, frictional resistance, it is called as the lubrication. So let's have a look toward the function of the lubricant. So what are the function of the lubricants? Now in day to day or in the common life, we see that we have lots of lubricants that we apply to the machine parts. So what happens when we apply? So there is a good example. If you take a motorbike, you use the grease as a lubricant in that. So what happens when we use that lubricant? So it reduces the friction between the two moving part. It increases the life. Also we can say the motorbike runs very smoothly. Also we can say that it acts as a coolant. So here we can see that this was just a general example. So here you can look that what are the functions. As I've told you, it reduces the surface deformation, wear and tear, because direct contact between the rubbing surface is avoided. So the two surface does not rub together. It avoid the contact between them. The next we say it reduces the loss of energy, which is in the form of heat. Means what we say that it acts as a coolant. It reduces the waste of energy so that efficiency of machine is enhanced. That is, it increases the efficiency of the machine because it reduces the waste of energy. It reduces the expansion of the metal by local frictional heat. So if the lubricant is there, what will happen? The uh, sliding part, it will not get heat, due to which there will not be any expansion. We say it reduces the expansion of metal by local frictional heat. So whatever the heat is produced in between them, it reduces that expansion. When we uh, lubricant is being um added in that, added no, it is being introduced in that, we can say it avoid the scissor, means welding of two surface due to heat. Since the use of lubricant minimize the liberation of frictional heat, so it avoids the liberation of the heat. It avoid or reduces the unsmooth relative motion of the moving or the sliding part. So it, whatever, see here, when we apply any kind of lubricants in between the two metal surface, the two metal surface, they are not smooth. If we see carefully, they are very unsmooth in nature. So when we add the lubricant, it reduces the unsmoothness due to that lubricant, and that part get moved easily. Also we say it reduces the maintenance and running cost of the machine. So it reduces the maintenance as well as the running cost of the machine. So this was all about the function of the lubricants. Also it act as a seal. Seal means you know that when the two uh, sliding surface, they comes together, so they get sealed, means they get packed because of the lubricant. So this was all about the function of the lubricants. Thank you.